Hello, it's me again. It's Miriam O'Hara, and yes, I have a blog on here in Google, and I have a page also in YouTube. A couple of websites. Yes, I have been busy, and I like to be busy, and because I know in about 20 years time, 30 years time, I'm not gonna be here anymore, and I wanna leave my I wanna leave my signs behind me. I wanna leave my steps on the signs. That's the way. Okay. So I'm talking about a lot of things. I want my grandkids to know how grandmother was, and yeah, where they come from, and probably I will have someone very similar to me in about 50 years time, and it's gonna be relating to me and say, yes, I'm all right. My grandmother was like that. Okay, love. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. Yes, I have in the background how great the world is. Great the world. Yes, how great the world. Just imagine this universe. I was looking yesterday in something that one put on the Facebook, and it was like he focused on the ground in a park, a family playing a park, and then he was coming up and farther up in the sky, and just to prove that if you math, if you double 10 10 10, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, how far you go in about a minute and a second, and until you reach the stars, and then you reach the end of the universe. And it's amazing when you go further, about 1,000 of miles, you don't even see the earth anymore. So small our earth is compared to the universe. And then you have to listen to a music like that, say, yes, how great thou art. And he was telling about billions of in our own galaxy, how billions of stars the same as our star. And he was talking about how, like our Milky Way, our galaxy, thousands of other galaxies. So it's how great our art is, the only thing I can say. And then I was thinking, listen to music today, not the how great our art is, one another Brazilian music, and he was talking about the the paradise. Okay. And I remember that saying of Jesus, when they say that Jesus said that, when he said that in the house of my Father there are many places. And I was thinking, and I was making a parallel between Jesus' words. He was not far from the truth when he said, in my Father's house there is many places. I think if I put Jesus as a very wise man, a mago, a magic, whatever name you can call him, a guru or whatever, if I put him in that level, he knew what he was talking about. He didn't have the knowledge we have today, but somehow he knew that the house of Father can be nature, can be this energy that is building up everything, he was calling Father. Someone called God. I don't have a name for it. I don't. I just think that is something that is sustaining and handling everything. Okay. So he said that in the house of his father there were many places. The house is the universe. And many places are other planets, other galaxies. And he knew, somehow he knew that life was not just in Earth. Life was outside Earth also. He said that 2000 years ago. And he already knew that the house of the Father, that is the universe, that is many places. And remember when I was young, I already spoke about it here. When I was about 6, 7 years old, I always look at the sky and ask my father who was up there. He said no one was up there, we were the only one. And I always say to him, it doesn't make sense, that's not true. There is something up there. I was 7 and I knew already there were other places. It didn't make sense to me. Big universe how it is. I didn't have the knowledge of the size of the universe. I was just 7. I was just looking at the stars in the night, and I knew there were something up there. They were not possible that there were nothing up there, because in my head, any person that creates anything, every being that creates anything, you will never create something to be empty. What's the point? What's the point? Something must be there. And now, today, you know that even in the most remote ice place, there is life. You know that today. They didn't know that on Jesus' time, but somehow he knew it. He sensed it. Okay. He was like other prophets, like Buddha, like any other prophet. I'm talking about the real ones, the one that gives everything to help people. Okay, I'm not talking about the one that was fighting to make up a state. I'm talking about the ones that humble, really ones, like Jesus, like Buddha. Okay. There is many in India. There were so many, I'm talking about this type of prophets. And Moses also, yeah. He was a little complicated man before he went to the desert and lived in the desert and had his wife, etc. But after that, he turns in a very humble man. Yes, he was not fighting. He wants just take his people off. Anyway, you are talking about the house of the Father. There is loads of places. And yes, there is lots of places and lots of, other species up there in the universe, living, breathing, having, offspring, etc. That is it. Yeah, I know, I'm sure that is. And then listen to how great thou art. Let's consider the work of the nature and see how great it is, that builds so many pieces, so many places, thousands, billions of stars. Okay, you are stuck on our planet. You can live even 1 mile. You can live up in this space. You need the gravity of the earth to maintain our bones in place and etc. Okay, I know that. But who knows in future, you know, probably you can learn something from above, uh, and probably you can manage to have communication and learn something more and improve our DNA, improve our resistance. And I hope in about 500 years time, our generation, our human race will be able to travel further in the universe, not just in our planetary system, but further than that. Yes, it's very touching to me thinking about it, because I know today how impossible it is. But I know, I believe, and I trust that we as human race that developed so good so far, we gonna manage to go and explore the universe and live in harmony, not just in the earth, but in harmony with the entire universe and people that lives in other places. I know it's gonna happen, and God bless who will be on those days to see this coming true. Okay, God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you for listening.